Wow. I know we said we were going to cover the reboot of Strider, but I didn't realize they literally went the Mega Man 9/10 route of going back to the 8-bit era.
I know, so authentic.
Way to go.
Okay, no, I lied. This is actually, this is literally one of the earliest, this right here is actually a game that came out roughly around the same time as the arcade game, also bearing the same name, and Explosions.
Oh my. So, yeah.
Yeah, no. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NES adaptation of Strider, and this one is far different from the arcade version. We're no longer having to deal with the Grandmaster of many sauces. Yay. Instead, this is actually a game that takes its cues from the original manga that predates literally anything else that featured Strider, whether it be the arcade game, this, or even as a grand reappearance in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Honestly, I forgot. I did not know. Honestly, I did not realize that. I didn't know that Strider was began its journey as a manga comic before. For many people, became the big video game franchise. Otherwise.
So the funny thing about this project is that it's all part of a three-way initiative between Capcom and this one manga studio whose name I cannot for the life of me remember right now. Logan, if you'd be so kind to look that up. But basically it was this three-way collaboration that give us this game, the original manga, which again predates both it and the arcade game, and the arcade game. And, I mean, it goes without saying, most people that remember Strider mostly remember him for the arcade game and his appearance in Marvel vs. Capcom. But this game's also got its merits and its corniness, like its horribly botched up English localization.
Also, that man's hair.
Yay, Mr. Miller.
Honestly, the funny thing is, whenever I hear this guy speak, he literally just does come across as I would imagine him sounding exactly like Cam Clark's Liquid Snake.
That's your
minus the accent.
Kill Kane. So I'm also hearing that the manga publisher was Moto Kikaku.
That's the one.
I can't recognize any of these names because they are only in Japanese and nothing more.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess you can. I mean, it is kind of sad too because again, they made the Strider manga, which sadly we never got. There's a fan translation for it and everything, 2 of them as far as I'm aware, but we never got a proper English translation from Viz or anyone else of the sort. No. But we did get the NES adaptation, and the hilarious part is this NES game was only released in the States.
Whoa. Wait, this never released in Japan?
It was going to, but it got quietly canceled.
Huh.
And who knows, maybe throughout the course of our adventure here, you'll probably see why. So okay, taking its cues from the manga real quick. The story of this game is that Strider has been brought back into the realm. He's been brought back to the Strider organization because of flashing lights, and also that that scarred pretty boy with the glasses there. His name is Matic. He is a high-ranking Strider. In fact, I want to say he's the vice director of the entire organization. He forcibly brought Hiryu out of retirement after he was, living comfortably down in the mountains of Mongolia. And
specifically to target one guy named Kane?
Yep, Kane, who is actually a longtime friend of Hiryu's, and unfortunately, the sad thing is that Kane himself got captured by, ouch.
Oh no.
That hurt.
Oh.
He's just resting. Oh crap, that's it, huh?
It's almost like...
Just a flesh wound.
It's almost like the Family Guy death pose that I've done.
Yeah.
It kind of do be like that. Thankfully, whenever you die, you're booted back to the title screen, but if you go back to the password screen, and the password is already there right from the get-go, so you don't have to worry about that.
Thank you for noticing. But that actually is cool. So it does... I'll be honest and say right away, that's already a very nice thing that they do. So they auto-save your most recent password to the password entry screen if you just select it right away.
Oh. Yep. And that also applies to whenever you go to the password screen, which does this interesting little thing where, you go to the password screen, you get your password, and then you get this whole next time on Strider.
Right.
Pretty much giving you a hint on exactly what you need to do next.
Honestly, that's actually, genuinely, I think that's actually pretty ahead of its time for, to make this more approachable for, considering what I'm already seeing to be the scale of a game we're going to be having on the NES here.
Which, is all fine and good. And honestly, I think Strider, if it was made a little more competently, could definitely stand up with the likes of Capcom's other great hits, like Bionic Commando or the Mega Man.
Well, stay tuned for the SNES or PlayStation, whichever version came after this.
Technically, after this, we got the arcade game, which we already covered.
Oh, wait, that's right. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we've already covered that one then.
We covered that. We also covered Strider 2, which, you know, those are very much in its own canon. So we don't have to... Again, that's kind of the unfortunate thing about the manga, is that it technically had its own thing, whereas Capcom had their own thing with the arcade game and its 90s sequel, which brought in the Grandmaster of mayonnaise and all that. But anyway, going back to the plot real quick. So we've been ordered to take down our best friend, our longtime friend Kane, because unfortunately he got captured by the Republic, by the Russian Republic, or Kazakh, or whatever. He's been captured by the Kazakh Empire, basically.
Okay.
Which is why we're here in the first place, to go and find him.
Kazakh or whatever, yes.
Kazakh, thank you.
There he is!
No, that's not him. It's just some random dude who's all like, Kane is up there.
You know, just a Kane.
I love that you just grabbed this guy like a power-up, ate him, and then leveled up as a result.
Delicious.
So, that's that?
How delectable.
Yeah, so after interrogating him, we got our second file, which, if we go back to the... Actually, that's right, because earlier on, a random-ass disc just dropped down, and that's one of 6 files you'll get throughout the game. And when you go back to the your main hub, which is called the Blue Dragon, that's where you can, you know, look up the files you've acquired, look up your password, or just, go to the password screen and all that, and then also choose, like, where on the map you want to go.
Can I just say that watching this in action, this particular running animation that Strider's having right here, it just makes me think of, like, you know how in certain Tom and Jerry cartoons, like Tom or some character will just have like a very prideful strut.
Oh yeah, like
I'm just imagining
hands on their hips, like full, like shifting their shoulders. I can see.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
I could see that.
Oh yeah, by the way, that's another thing that this is something you're probably gonna have to look up on the manual. From the get-go, Strider has the ability to wall jump. Unfortunately, it's very clunky.
Oh no.
Which sucks, because there's actually one point in the game you're gonna actually need the wall jump, and if you don't already get the grasp of it, you're not gonna make it very far.
Better or worse than Super Metroid's wall jump?
Worse.
Ouch.
I mean, granted, sure, Super Metroids could use a little bit of getting used to as well, but I feel like that one is a little more reliable by comparison. This one just feels very herky-jerk.
But no, I love that Steve's like, hold it on. Like, it's like, I dare say.
His uncompromising moral fortitude.
And the funny part is, and you know what the funny part is? All Striders run like that. That's just in their DNA.
I know what's funny is that, like...
Anyway, we're out of here.
Woo!
So in order to return back to the dragon, you need to go to the little, like, starting tile of the level?
Usually, yeah. Sometimes they'll automatically eject you back to the hub, if it's a very crucial plot point, or if you've already made enough progress. Anyway, these are all the files you get throughout the game. And the first file you get pretty early is basically a hint of things to come.
My attack
also, this sprite's not doing me any favors, because it looks like he has a tooth out.
It doesn't. Okay.
Also, one of the sad part is about that particular Strider's message. That grants you access to Australia. Even though he says he has a tax that you need to find in China. Australia is actually an area we're not going to be going to till near endgame.
It's me.
And then there's this guy with the funky mustache.
I'll go to Egypt via the Phantom Train. Don't lose the prisoner.
But what if?
What does that unlock for us, like Tibet?
That'd be some shit, wouldn't it? It unlocks the Mongolia. Oh, so we're heading back home?
Well then.
If only. But no, basically that one in particular will let us go to Egypt.
Okay. Can you find out Aqua Boots and meet the commander? I don't know. Who is Aqua Boots?
Commander.
I should stress again. This game is built on shoestrings and hope. And yeah, no, that happens every single time you go to the password menu. You go right back to the tile screen. But if you go back to the password menu from there, it'll take you right back to where you were.
Yeah, guys, I was about to say, well, that was a short game.
Yep.
Right? Honestly, it'd be even worse if that password didn't already save.
Thank goodness that they do that, at least, where it's like saved into cache somewhere, and you go. And so in Egypt, I gotta ask.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're in Australia right away because I want to just do this to prove a point. Again, you unlock this very early on in the game, and honestly, it doesn't look too much like Australia, but this is why we can't proceed.
Oh.
How do we unlock these security levels?
Maybe Maybe later, Strider. Maybe later.
We just get it. We just get it from leveling up.
No, we actually get it. We actually get that key later on in the game. Usually what leveling up actually does get you is it increases your health and your energy, and it also grants you a unique ability that you can access from the select menu.
Okay. So I see that. So I mean, Doi, H for health. What is the energy used for?
Energy is used for your special abilities, which again, you get from leveling up.
Gotcha. Okay, okay. Do you have a favorite of them?
Honestly, as far as the ones that give you, the only really reliable one for me is the one that actually heals you.
That would be helpful.
In fact, there's actually a couple of ones that give you the ability to heal, but obviously the later ones, they'll heal you for more, but it costs more energy to heal.
So suddenly in the sand... I forgot, was it Sand Palace Zone or Sand Temple Zone?
Sandopolis.
Sandopolis, yeah, so suddenly in Sandopolis.
You say Sandopolis, this is also giving me Gunstar Hero vibes.
I was thinking of that, yeah.
That is fair.
But I feel like that's a game we should cover at some point or another. It's just a damn shame we all suck at it.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the thing, because we tried it a few times. Who knows, maybe you and I, maybe someone could, break the curse, but, we've tried, and those developers, Treasures specifically, really like to kick your balls, to the point where the closest that we may ever get to being able to even do Wild Guns Reloaded is specifically with, a mod.
Oh, that's a completely unrelated project. But
that wasn't Treasure?
I mean, that wasn't Treasure. That was Natsume.
Ah, okay, Natsume. Well, they also kick your balls for a different reason. They suck in that they can't just
also,
let you have co-op fun.
Also, right there you see a prime example of what I meant when I say the wall jump is very finicky.
Wow.
Oh,
the bones. Yeah, that's right. Let's not do that. I don't want to go down to the bone zone. Yeah. But
and here is where we'll find our aqua boots.
Aqua boots.
Just let us walk.
I mean, yeah, you pretty much... Go ahead, Logan.
Does this let us walk with water in our boots?
Not so much walk with water in our boots. It lets us walk on water.
Holy crap. Alright, fair enough. We can stride with ease.
Yep. The funny thing is, though, as far as I'm aware, there's only 2 places in the game these boots are actually useful, and this is one of them.
Soon we'll get the boots that let us tiptoe over nitro crates.
Strider, you know what? Hiryu would be the type who'd be crazy enough to literally walk on nitro crates, or at least run the. Honestly, he could probably run through them faster than Crash can with the freaking what's her face?
Akunawa.
Akunawa, thank you.
Yeah, I like that one.
He doesn't even need Akunawa just to pass through that.
I like that mask though. Anywho,
me too.
Let's see what else. Doug, have you ever played a Strider game?
Nope.
Would you like to?
Would you like to?
You know what?
I'll probably think about it at some point.
Okay,
honestly, Doug, if I were to recommend you any Strider games, I'd say go for the original arcade game and the reboot, because the reboot's honestly really honestly, we'll save this for when we eventually get to the reboot, but it's literally just this game, but it takes its cues from the arcade canon more so, and it's a lot better.
A lot of quality of life, and
yeah,
still works, and let's go.
Okay, I'll think.
There you go. We walk on water as if it were actual ground.
Walk with such pride.
If you didn't have the aqua boots, you'd submerge right through it, and technically you could still run on it, but you'd be losing health so long as you're submerged.
Oh.
Jump fast.
It doesn't help either that by the end of the trail, you're actually going to reach an area you can't even cross without being able to walk on water.
Don't scare me.
Yeah, stupid shark.
Yeah.
You're not shark, babe.
This area would be impossible to cross without the aqua boots.
Now you gotta learn how to wall jump there, otherwise you're in big problems. And another Caneman. Eat him.
Another guy. Wash. Why do Striders have to disturb us? Oh, okay, I'll give this to you. Please don't kill me.
You know the visual I'm just imagining now that Logan introduced the concept of Strider just straight up eating these guys? I just imagine, with that guy, Strider just shoves him in one double damn gulp down his gullet, and then when you get the item you're supposed to get, he just burps the item out.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's arguable this guy's even human to begin with, but that's a bit excessive. Anyway, for our troubles, we finally got the key number 2, and with this, we get a shortcut all the way back home.
Well,
Nice.
but wasn't there a security door 2 that we needed, or?
I think that was the one. Well, at least in this level, anyway. Actually, with that said, though, I'll just grab one for the road, even though I'm already tapped out as is. With that, we now have the means to go and save Kane.
Huzzah! So we
Also,
shall
here I
go.
just checked just to make sure, because I could have sworn I got another file, but nah, I didn't. My mind was just playing games with me.
Not again.
Yep.
So-
Next time on Strider.
So judging from the the borders, the banners on either side, how are you playing this game?
So, I mean, I'll just be completely honest. I'm playing this game through emulation, because there's currently no other means of playing this game legitimate. Like, they haven't re-released this game since the Game Boy Advance era. And even then, honestly, the last thing I'd want to do is play this game on the Game Boy. Like, Capcom released this whole, like, collection of, like, 3 NES games on there called the Capcom Classics Mini Mix, or whatever. Classic.
Damn, that was a
Also,
violent one.
While I'm here, just to prove a point. Oh.
Because I'm noticing, like, have you been, like, that's why this is being done post-com, is you had to, like, manually, like, lower the contrast on those frames every time it happened?
Yep, every single time.
Ouch.
And the sad part is, you're going to be coming back to a Kazakh fairly
Fire!
often, so that means going through that opening sequence with all the lightning flashes.
Jeez,
What,
oh my
what was
gosh.
he just doing in that frame? What is he doing there?
Oh, that's him trying to use the move with he doesn't have enough energy.
Yeah, no, I wasted all my fireballs, so I'll just take them out the old-fashioned way.
So-
You'll notice that in that menu that, aside from fire, you also have this thing called Trick. They call it Trick. Basically, all that is that it just reverts you back to your basic attack.
Okay.
I just asked because it almost looked like he was like trying to pull on a pull string on his back.
It kind of do look like that, right?
Let me see. Oh, it's our actual first boss.
Oh,
Massive air quotes. It's just
A
this
motorbike.
random guy with a unibike.
I ride on my motorcycle.
okay then.
I mean, fair enough.
You also come to realize relatively quickly that bosses go by relatively quickly in this game. And there he is. There's our buddy. There's our prime-time pal. It's Pain. Unfortunately, he's taken the big old nap, so we're gonna have to take him back.
No response. They always lose their chattiness after I eat them.
Oh,
Damn.
rude. Oh, another file.
Damn it, buddy! You're not Tomba. You don't go putting everything you find in your mouth.
I'm still looking forward to to our playthrough of 2 now that it's been out.
Same.
Yeah, I'll get to that eventually.
Okay.
See what this
All in due
says.
time. Anyway, thankfully, when we saved Kane, we also got a file from him, basically him explaining what the hell's going on.
Something else released up in the Zane project, and not to be confused with the Kane project. To be interrupted. The chief in Japan might know something helpful.
Damn. You want to know the sad thing in retrospect is, even though the NES game is based on the manga, it's a very loose adaptation. First and foremost, the Strider base is the Strider base in this game is technically out in the vast reaches of space.
Yeah, on the dragon.
No such thing exists in the manga. This is just for the sake of this game. Secondly, poor Kane. He got the short end of the stick because you only see him a grand total of like maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the whole game. When in the manga, he's essentially Hiryu's sidekick. He's the Diddy Kong to Hiryu's Donkey Kong, or the Zero to his X.
That's unfortunate. You worked so hard to like do all this, and man.
And this isn't even the worst thing he has to put up with in this game. Sadly enough. God.
That would finally broke.
That dragon needs to watch his Strider intake.
I love the idea. I love the idea that finally just whittled down Steve to frickin'.
Because I
Anywho,
wasn't sure if he was going to keep that running gag or not.
well, we're all doing it. First it was me, then Duck got on, and then
So Kane has led us here to Japan to, I guess this is technically the main Strider headquarters or whatever. Which
Okay.
This technically exists in the manga, so I'll give him, I'll cut him some slack there. This is also a very throwaway level, because the only reason why we're here is because we need to check in with the director of the Striders to see if he has any intel on what this Zane project's all about. Funny thing is, in the manga, you initially see him, he looks like he's, like, well past his prime, and he's just watching old samurai soap operas. Like, he's just living his peak of his golden years. Even though, by the end of the story, it turns out, oh no, this dude earned his status as director for a reason.
Whoa! He's got the power.
Oh, of Grayskull.
Yeah, literally.
Oh yeah, so here's where we get our plasma arrow ability, which is very, very situational from what I can tell in the game. Like, you can, hold your cipher up, you charge it up, and then unleash that beam. But it does leave you open to pretty quick attacks if you're not careful.
Makes sense.
This is only going to be important for, like, very specific points in the game.
Okay. I was gonna say, I guess I could talk a little bit about that movie, that He-Man movie.
Actually,
hang on. Oh, wait.
There he is.
Halt.
Strider, you eating the director. What is wrong with you?
I mean, to be fair, he should have stopped all his security. Why were they all fighting us originally? Anyway, he's dead, so I'm the new director of the Strider Corps. So, oh hey.
Funny you mentioned that, Logan. Stay tuned, because apparently there's another traitor amongst our midst who's trying who's eyeing that same position.
Curses. But yeah, the good news I saw about the He-Man movie, and probably is also a good sign, I guess. Or now I understand like the litmus test of how to go with this is. That felt a little unnecessary. Now I think about it, but regardless, is that
speaking of which, we're done with Japan.
Oh, is that apparently that He-Man movie? Jared Leto himself did not like that movie, even though a lot of people thought that his Skeletor was pretty okay. And now I'm like, so maybe that's a sign of it was actually a good movie. So if Jared Leto doesn't have a big ego about it, then I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a good movie.
Right?
Zane is a drip. What? Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
It penetrates into your mind and makes you crazy.
What?
Harry, there's one in China.
Actually, speaking of crazy, I do believe we're suddenly thrust into a boss fight.
What?
Wait, Mr. Kane is actually evil?
I love how they also address it as Mr. Kane, as if he actually goes by that name. Kane's awake and he's trying to kill us now.
I thought we just saved him. Whoa! Easy, buddy.
And if you will get
Watch
hit,
when you're swinging that thing. You could hurt someone.
Oh, never mind.
There you go.
Halt. My sister was the same way when she lost her mind at the age of 3.
That's a funny line to take out of context, right?
To the left. What? Sheena? Huh?
Oh, that's another of our friends. You saw her briefly in the opening cutscene.
Oh, the redhead with the gun.
Yeah. All right,
she too also got very little screen time in this game, unfortunately.
Okay, but at least we're understanding now is that it's not even maybe it's necessarily maybe not even people becoming traitors, but that this. Oh gosh, it's basically that weapon from the Kingsman movie, where basically it's riling everybody up and making them super aggressive for whatever reason, driving them mad.
That's pretty much how it is, Logan. Because like in the actual Strider manga, the whole thing of the Zane project is that it literally is it can influence the minds of any human it comes in contact with and makes them all cuckoo bananas. Like it literally makes them. It basically heightens their killer intent.
So you're saying all this just because we poured a bunch of spices into their foods?
Yep. And then flash oh my god, that's brilliant, Steve. They put all the spices and then they just sent everybody to Kazakh for a bit with the lightning flashes everywhere, and now they've lost their mind. Anyway.
Lightning flashes, don't you think? Wouldn't it make more sense if it was more so that there's just suddenly the sudden appearance of the Northern Lights?
I mean, yeah, but the Northern Lights aren't that crazy with their lights.
I guess you're right there. Also, we've already leveled up a couple times, and with that, we now have access to a jump ability that just lets us jump higher.
Oh, okay.
You see this, fellas? I can jump higher.
You can fly? No, jump good.
Good.
And smash into the floor. He's got.
And he felt good too.
Boom.
Felt good too.
It's a blessing none of these games have fall damage. Honestly, it would make no sense considering, Hiru's supposed to be one of the more athletic characters in Capcom's lineup.
I gotta say that I appreciate, like, maybe it's just because I'm thinking of old NES games, Nintendo Hard, Ninja Gaiden, and, like, I'm programmed to be so, like, nervous, but I do appreciate that despite the low amount of health we get, like, you are kind of more or less built like a tank, at least. Like, as long as you're not, like, you can, like, it's not like you're made of paper and you only get, like, a couple of, like, accidents and then you're dead. Like, you can withstand enough attacks if you're just smart enough to learn the patterns.
Yeah, and I mean, it also helps too that from what I understand, apparently, the version we got, which was also the only version that came out, was technically had its difficulty toned down compared to what the original Japanese release was supposed to have. Which is why, not for nothing, the boss fights have been going down relatively quickly.
The magnet boots.
Magnet boots. How's that?
Eat your heart out, Ratchet and Clank.
Curses. Can we talk
that
about?
will actually be important for us because with these boots, we're actually going to have to go back to Kazakh.
Oh, back to Kazakh again. All right, key number 4 should be nuts.
Yeah. So remember that one room we were in earlier on with the pulsing red flooring?
Yeah, and I didn't know how the hell. I thought that was just like a warning or like a red light zone. Ow.
Yeah, no, it looks like the kind of thing you stand on. You literally start losing health like nothing. But no, thankfully it's safe for your footsies, and also it means that they're magnetic.
Oh, okay. I think because we mentioned the Sony thing, I guess there's nothing we could talk about. Is that I know that supposedly next week we're going to get a state of play.
That's right, and
That is next week.
and apparently, like, we're going to be getting a Astrobot update beforehand.
Again, that dragon needs to go on a diet.
All I keep thinking about with that thing is the Vulture ship from Battletoads.
There's that.
Wait, Vulture
Anyway.
ship.
The Vulture, like the ship that the Battletoads, like, it just gives me that same kind of, like, style.
Right. That's right. I forgot that their vehicles literally just fashioned after a vulture, which also makes sense considering their professor is literally a vulture in and of himself.
Yeah.
I thought the direction you were going to go with as Doug's running gag of the ship pooping is like the one good gag from Master of Disguise where the guy just like periodically farts.
Awkwardly. Yeesh.
I mean, it's somewhat fitting. It's somewhat fitting, and it reminds me of the fucking gag that you guys fucking pulled off when we did FNAF 4 with the whole door thing.
Alright. Forgot about that.
Alright, where we just like suddenly went silent at certain spots.
Yeah.
To wait, to be like... Anyway, so cool, we got the key 4, we can do security 4 doors now, which means not Australia yet, we need a...
We're heading back to China, folks.
Yeah.
Alright,
As the
folks,
locals call here.
Here we go.
China.
Out of town.
So what? That does remind me of something, actually. We got that message in the first file saying that that one random Strider left his attack boots here. So the funny thing is, that's like the one item I forgot to get throughout this whole game, and as far as I'm concerned, you don't really need it. Honestly, I don't even know what the attack boot does. Like, maybe it makes a Hiryu stronger, but I'm not entirely sure.
You saying you don't
maybe-
need the thing. The only thing that comes to my head is Dipper saying, "Wow, this is worthless."
It's less than worthless, my boy.
It really
Gosh.
is. Honestly, that could be said for that, and also some of the other abilities we get throughout the game. Because again, honestly, you'd be surprised how much you can get away with just your
Like, the cipher is pretty... Yeah, the cipher is pretty solid, I think, already.
Yep. Even against this guy, who all we have to do is just, force him to jump and then turn, slash him while his back is still turned.
Oh boy.
Nice. So, but yeah, no, sorry, you were saying earlier, Steve, about the state of play?
Oh no, I was just saying about apparently they're going to be releasing an Astrobot update like a week before the state of play, and like, well, they didn't say what it was just yet, like if it was going to be like more levels or whatnot. But I'm just interested that game is still to this day still getting like updates here and there.
I would like my
It's so
paranoia
weird.
to be validated that I'm waiting for something before I do it for the channel.
Again, like I
It's
said,
so weird too, because like we had that last update, not that like a while back, and that one seemed pretty like climactic in the way it was set up.
Had a lot,
I
and
feel-
like...
honestly, I feel like you don't really need to have that paranoia, Logan, because at the rate that we go with our videos sometimes, if we were to get another update by the time, while we were in the middle of recording, by the time we
Just
feasibly
come in.
get to it, it would have already been released.
That's true.
yeah.
Whoa!
I,
Oh, you were saying, Doug?
It's also funny because when Steve brought that up in a call we were in earlier, I jokingly said, "All right, look, we have to hold off the playthrough for another update."
That's what I'm thinking. No, but we'll see, we'll see where it goes. The other one I'm hearing is that supposedly I'm hearing more and more people like talking about this Rayman Legends Retold thing, and that it may be mentioned at the State of Play, if at all.
We already have the definitive edition. We don't need that game to. Watch as they just, like, all it is just take the whole game and make it 3D now.
The hell is this?
Oh boy.
This right here is one of many Zane units we need to take out.
Huh.
Why is the Zane unit like an actual like Eldritch like figure?
Why not?
Good question. Blame science.
Our new science.
Holy crap, your eyes, James.
Yeah.
Right? Honestly, it's amazing I still have my 20/20 vision after having beaten this game twice.
Go ahead, Steve.
But honestly, when it comes to like the Rayman Retold thing, I don't know how much of this is going to hold water by the time it's released.
So Sheena here is basically going to tell us that Kane finally awake
again?
after his whole chaotic stupor. He's back to his senses, but he decided to just amp-spray, try to take care of the situation himself, even though he's still wounded.
We're gonna go mad, crystal crazy. No. Okay, back to you, Steve.
So like, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, when it comes to like the Legends remaster, like I remember we were supposed to get like rumors of like some kind of remake for a while now, and from what I understand when it comes to Legends, I'm very torn because on the one hand, yeah, I'd argue it's like the least necessary of the Rayman games to remake, considering that like not only does it still hold up, like at this point in time, it is still like the most accessible Rayman game out there, so I don't really see a need to remake it. At the same time, though, there's also two things. One is... There you go. One is that...
Also rejoice, everybody, this will be the last time we go to Kazakh.
Okay.
Because, like, one, I feel like what might make it at least a tinge bit more interesting is, like James said, if it was fully 3D, because allegedly Legends was originally going to be a 3D game before they turned it into another UbiArts game, so I feel like that probably would be interesting, if for no other reason than the fact that, like...
Actually, real quick, while we're on the screen, by this point we also get the ability to warp. It costs 30 energy, and all that basically does is take you back to the hub, no matter where you are.
I see.
There we go.
It's there in case you absolutely need it.
Okay.
Well, it's still a convenience regardless. But anyway, like I said, like, just the idea of it being a 3D remake does seem like a little bit enticing, considering how long it's been since we had the last 3D Rayman game. And like I said, I'm torn because, like I said, on the one hand, I feel like Legends is a game that needs to remake the least. At the same time, though, it's probably going to be the only Rayman game we're going to get in a long while, and I feel like, I might as well take it if it's the most we're going to get.
It's possible it could even be the last one with the way Ubisoft's been going, but I don't know. Like, because I don't know how it's going to really work in 3D, because I think, like, something they need to have, for me personally, is they need to have the co-op still, because I think that was a big part of what made Legends so memorable and fun for me as well, in addition to the solid levels by themselves, but...
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be able to do that all in 3D, like,
Honestly,
with the current shoestring crew they got. Uh-oh.
Who knows? I mean, the most I see them doing is that they're just going to take the exact same level design and gameplay, just make it... Again, just give it the Donkey Kong Country Returns / Kirby and Kirby...
And the Kirby Return... whatever.
Kirby Return to Dreamland, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you meant. Well, at that point, I guess it's just more like 2.5D rather than straight up 3D.
Oh, no, they did say that. It's primarily going to be 2.5D, but there apparently will be some 3D segments slapped in, so...
So they're
rumors
going to
anyway.
pull a freaking, like, Castle of Illusion remake with this?
Potentially, at least that's the
Or
rumors.
it's primarily 2D, but there's, like, the occasional 3D sprinkled here and there.
Okay.
Which, I wonder if I should go back to that game someday.
Well, I know we are going to be... you're talking about Castle of Illusion. I thought we were still talking about Rayman.
Also, shock of shocks, turns out that asshole that told us to kill Kane at the beginning of the game is a traitor.
The Strider-Matic unit, Strider-Matic, will protect the Zane in Africa. Okay, so we're just going to kill more Striders?
Kind of, sort of. It's kind of weird in that way, because, like, technically we're not, like, most of the enemies we're dealing with aren't really, like, Striders or anything like that. Maybe they've gotten the samurai-looking guys, but that's about it.
I can't believe it. We trusted that man in his hideous haircut, and he just betrays us like that. Stabbed us in the back with his own barely used comb.
and then told us to kill our best friend.
Damn.
It's kind of fucked up. But you just remind me with the whole, 2.5D with Rayman Legends, and I'm just sitting here like, I'm looking at the bosses. I know that's a little minor, but I'm just reminded of the mod. Yeah, I know that's 3D, but even I'm just
Thank you. but we have to be serious.
Me of the bosses with that part specifically, because just I don't know. I'm along the same boat with Steve. I'm torn about.
Oh, hark! Oh, blood water. Technically still water.
Oh, thank God.
Also, gators.
Yep. Watch out for them gators. Actually, that's a funny thing I remember from the manga, actually, is that there's at least one point where both Hiryu and Kane had to cross through, like, a whole riverbed full of, alligators, and they actually, like, Hiryu actually makes it a point of how, you might want to be careful while underwater, you want to be careful after you've, like, if you're too beaten and bloodied up, alligators will notice will sense the blood and will come rushing towards you.
I didn't know that. That's actually interesting. Yeah, okay.
Gators are all like, oh, I might want to. Ooh, that's cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my gosh, those mines do a lot more damage.
Honestly,
I don't know, John. Yeah, medical, please.
These birds and whatnot hurt. But, I was gonna say, it's like, if you ever have the time and can find it online, I definitely would recommend looking up the actual Strider manga. It's honestly pretty decent. Okay. And also, it fills in a lot of, like, what this game forgets to acknowledge.
Okay.
How long would you say the manga is? Is it, like, multi-volume or just a one-volume thing?
I think it's, like... I want to say it's like 1 or 2 volumes at most, and it's about 6 chapters. Okay. 7 if you also count the special guided chapter, which I've yet to see a translation for.
Look at that seems a big, not the manga, but what just happened right there. That's just, the guy's firing at you, that's fair game. These birds are doing nothing.
Yeah, they're just strolling, and that one, like, I'm pretty sure you killed him, or maybe he was, like, in the blink animation of being hurt, and, like, if it looked like you killed him, and he still dealt damage to you afterwards. Whoa!
Right. Also, that's me using my jump ability.
It's pretty nifty, but with these low ceilings,
it's pretty much just the jump spell from Zelda 2.
Yeah.
I was checking.
Which I should look and see if someone's.
There's one I forgot.
Oh, you're fine. But now you know exactly what the experience would have been like. And you're good. But I should look and see if someone's ever done like a quality of life fan mod version of Zelda 2. I feel like someone's had to have done it by now.
Well, they already...
sure it's been done before.
I'm pretty sure... I know it's been done. It's called that one adventure game time on the 3DS.
Man, you just made me grow a few wrinkles, making me remember that existed.
So I did find one, apparently, from 2 years ago. Let me look this up. It's from an old GamesRadar.com article. So potentially stay tuned for us covering this if it works. Legend of Zelda, improved version of Zelda 2 called Zelda 2 Enhanced PC Edition.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Just you seeing Legend of Zelda, I'll be able to sing here like,
oh,
wow,
actually,
I never heard that
this part's
before.
kind of bullshit.
Oh?
You have to wait for a platform to spawn.
Patience.
Now, here's the thing about this. That one, I mean, if you were just to fall down, you die, then it's like, oh, so there was a pit down there. No, that if you drop down there, it leads you to a floor, leading you to a whole other road that just loops you right back to where you started.
The
fuck?
Yeah, no, that's unfortunately one of those cases where you either got to be super patient or you have to look that up via a guide.
The last Kane machine, or Zane machine. Whoa, this thing's fast.
I don't know if this is the last one, Ombre.
Oh, curses.
They got these things all over the globe.
Man, dude, you gotta understand. Whoa! But yeah, so looking at this, okay, cool. So this version of the this version of the Zelda 2, first of all, makes it so that you can maintain at least 25.
Oh, well, here's where I pull an absolute stun on them.
Oh.
Damn.
You're my favorite deputy.
You did the meme where you just went and it's done. Nice.
Yeah, that thing I just used is called ground. That's a screen nuke.
Damn. But I imagine it takes up a lot of energy, though.
It does.
Alright. But yeah, so I'm seeing here some of the quality of life features are Link retaining at least 25%
actually,
that's our last file.
Real quick. We found our last file, and this is where we'll get to be properly introduced to the corporation's leader, Faces Clay.
Oh.
Faces Clay.
Hi, I'm Faces Clay. I have an appointment with Manic in Los Angeles.
Oh my god.
Take care of things while I'm gone.
You give him that voice, and I'm not sure if he's actually supposed to be that or like. I'm not quite sure what his. Oh no, Sheena's gone now.
Oh no!
I think she went on to go face us Clay herself.
Crap! Aha! Sheena and Clay gone. We gotta go save them. But go ahead, Steve.
Wait, was I saying something?
Oh no, that's right. You're doing Facious Clay. My bad. Okay. Yeah, some of the quality of life features that in Zelda 2, this version that we could maybe do for the channel is stuff like having an actual save system, dungeon map showing you all the rooms you visited, overworld map, HUD elements, making it so that you save at least 25% of your experience even after you die, rather than resetting it fully. You can actually make the background flashing optional.
Oh, that's good.
Faster dialogue speed, and make the beeping of your health when you're at low health a lot less frequent. Things like I need to look into this. Yeah, this actually sounds pretty nifty. I will bring it up. I will Google it. Yay!
You were very excited for that one in particular, Logan.
Because I heard multiple people. That's just me, which means it's spread.
Had to do it at least once. Because you're heading on to LA, baby, and this looks nothing like LA.
Maybe we're near one of those toxic waste dumps.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Ha.
Man, you lied to me. Harumph.
Also, while we are here, we're unfortunately going to run across an interesting conundrum. First off, the motorbike with the one wheels.
I will get driven. Well, I'm sure he had a story, but
you'll never be a Vile, so stop trying.
Aww.
For that matter, you're never going to be a Solo.
A solo what?
Also, it's here where unfortunately Sheena meets her demise.
No. Please do not. I'll savor you. What?
You want to know the sad part of it all is? In the manga, she actually dies much earlier on. But the funny thing she got more character development there than she did here, where she only got like maybe 2 appearances at best.
Oh,
it's sad too, because like you know when you know there's a whole bit where like she and Kiryu have a bit to talk about like what he's been going through since he left the Striders, and there's Faces Clay literally sitting there behind that glass.
You fools!
You fool! This tempered glass can't be broken by human power. You should have sided with me as Manic did.
So.
Well, you know what I have to say about that?
Oh my god! You chipped my tooth!
Yeah, what if that actually worked and he just exploded without even a word?
That would have been funny.
Right?
Just like the Yoshi.
Also, the funny part is on my test playthrough, one good use of ground was enough to actually break it. But I think it's because technically it's not just ground. Like you can literally slash this thing out. You can literally break this thing after slashing it enough times.
Oh, okay. So we'll just
they frankly don't ask for much to break this thing.
Ow!
Wow,
that can't be true. You monster!
I kind of wish it just said. I kind of wish the text just said, "Ow."
Please don't kill me.
No.
Deserved. The most deserved meal. What?
Here's just assimilating everyone he comes across. But with this guy.
No, I'm serious. Like, did he kill Facious Clay, or did he just stand there staring at him?
I guess they wanted to keep that E rating, so no, he does not die there.
What?
In the manga, he does get what he deserves, though.
Okay, good, because frickin' Sheena's dead and Matic is.
Oh yeah, by the way, remember when we unlocked Australia very early on in the game?
Oh yeah, we got key number 5.
Yep, we got the key necessary to pass through that door that Eric Andre couldn't pass.
Of course, the final destruction of the Earth would be housed in Australia somewhere. It's up to us to save the world.
By thunder.
Yep. Save the world.
By thunder and Totalis. What? Or Totalis, or whoever says that. Anyway.
Man, I wonder if there's a reason when that Blue Dragon ended up retiring after this game.
Some people get paid like to be like screenwriters, and they wonder like, how are we doing in our soon-to-be all of us in 30s? And I tell them, it's going all right. You make a fart joke once in a while, life's good. You just kind of.
And sad thing is, one can make the argument we're still better off than other people our age.
I love doing this and not using AI.
Yeah. I was about to also quickly add in, it's like, yeah, almost all of us approaching our 40s, that's 4 years for me. My nephew approaching his 10 soon.
It's gonna be here soon.
By the way, if you take that other pipe that Strider's near, it'd take you right back to that whole area of Africa we were just going through earlier.
What? All the way to Africa?
All the way back to that portion of it. Yeah, because technically we through that tube that in Australia, we literally warped right back to Africa.
I knew it. There's a secret underwater Atlantean tunnel between Australia and Africa. Okay.
Yep.
Get rid of this. Thank you.
There you go.
But yeah, don't go in that pipe that that Strider was in. Otherwise, that really would just take you to the previous area. And there's no reason. There's no reason to actually go there.
Actually, speaking of that Strider, I feel like Strider's stomach might be getting a bit full because I noticed the last couple of guys he ate, he did barf it back out.
Aww.
Jesus Christ.
There's only so much room in there, and I may be mixing this up with a different game, but I could have sworn I thought one of the Strider bosses is a guy who just loves doing cartwheels. I may be thinking of a different game. Maybe
you might be thinking of a different. Well, I mean, to be fair, every time we jump in the arcade game and whatnot, we do a whole cart flip maneuver,
and it's cool. It's fun.
Every time we jump here, it's just a simple boing, and he assumes his position. Oh yeah, we also unlocked a spark ball ability, and here honestly it's useless here.
Oh wow. I don't even know when it would be. Because again, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe this is gonna make more sense in the Japanese version if it was actually hard. But most enemies, most fodder in the levels have been pretty easily dispatched. It's this thing where it's kind of like a Mega Man game, but what if the bosses also had about as much health as a typical level mook? Everything has been very easy to get through.
Yeah, no, honestly, this feels like a Mega Man 3 situation where, you're in Wily's Castle and the whole thing just turns out super easy. Also, unfortunately, this is here where Kane met his end, too.
No.
Aww.
I failed. He's the Red Dragon.
What do you mean they copied our Blue Dragon design and made it red?
Oh, that's so... Oh, wait, so we're actually going to fight him now in space?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Because the last thing to do in this game is to go to the Red Dragon.
Okay.
Also, it says right here, Kane died. Fun fact, in the manga, he survives throughout the whole thing.
Damn, they really needed to justify not having anyone else besides Hidu by the end of this whole thing.
Just
right?
Strider, you must be careful. Their red dragon is twice as big and twice as ferocious as our blue dragon, and its poops are twice as large.
Jesus Christ.
My gosh.
Double effort, I guess.
Also, that Red Dragon's all we have left. We can't go back anywhere else. There's really no reason to, honestly.
Yeah, there's nothing else to collect. Alright, onwards!
One last time?
I was kind of hoping that something funnier would have happened there, and then we could have done something, but never mind. Because we're supposed to be in space... Basically, I kind of thought since we were in space, I thought instead we would have gone up, and then I would have asked one of you guys to play the fart sound in reverse.
Just fly
upward. Fly upwards.
That's what post editing is for, I guess.
But again, we didn't go up off screen. But whatever. So final level, James, how do you feel about it?
It's definitely the longest level in the game. Thankfully, it's no Wily's Castle. It's a one and done affair.
All right.
I mean, I will say, from what I've been seeing, you do minus the epileptic warnings and stuff. This seems like so far one of the more approachable quote unquote Nintendo hard games.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to sure you'll find a lot of big hazards, but since you only take from most stage hazards. What?
Brother, you've done well so far, but you can't defeat me, Lick Animatic, the Vice Director of the Striders.
But But yeah, like apart from like some of the hazards, like that there, that like in Mega Man, that would have probably done like half your HP if you physically came in contact with him. But at the very least, like it's not super punishing when you mess up.
Fucking Toad Man over here.
What?
Yeah,
he is a tornado
man. He
man.
really do be like Toad. No, he's a Toad Man.
Yeah, Toad Man.
Like the Toad.
A Toad tornado.
The funny thing about this boss is that you can only hurt him while he's actually airborne. If you try to hurt him while he's like on the ground floor, he's invincible.
Wow.
Tornadoed.
Yep, and then yeah, when you hurt him, he just goes into his Tasmanian devil phase.
Well, actually, no. If it's purple, he's Dizzy Devil.
Oh.
Right. Actually, yeah, this would be around the time when Tiny Toons was already airing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What for you place Dizzy Devil in the cold ground?
Actually, it's a little bit higher. It'd be like,
What for you bury me in the cold ground?
Was that still Frank or whatever doing his voice?
I don't
Or
think
Jim?
Frank voiced. I think the only of the Tiny Toons Frank might have voiced is the Sylvester, Furball, I think his name was.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, so cool! You get an even better medical spell.
Yep, it costs the most, but also gives you a full heal.
Hell yeah! Okay.
Ah, yes. I don't have to pour this onto my hand.
Matic the Hedgehog is in the next room. However, we can't open this unless we destroy.
God, now that you mention that, his hair almost does look like Mannix.
Just a smidge. Oh, you know what? I was meaning to mention this back in either in our Doom 2 video, but Steve here actually would probably also be also prevalent. What are your guys' thoughts on Disney Plus? Like, they're now starting to show interest in bringing back older shows finally to the streaming service.
I did know they recently, at the time of recording, they just added The Weekenders, which I didn't see a lot of that growing up, but it looked nice. I've heard pretty good things about it. Still waiting on
resurfacing.
Still waiting on them to add in stuff like Mickey Mouse Works / House of Mouse, or maybe get off their high horse and give us Buzz Lightyear a star command.
I would like that. I would like
nice. There's also
Aladdin, Dave the Barbarian. I'm sure there's other ones in there as well. I'm forgetting, but
honestly, it's just funny to me considering that they already covered a lot of ground, like when the service initially started, but then they kind of just left a lot of them hung to dry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, was that the final boss showing up in the Wily pod, but then he died in 3 hits and we just left?
Yeah, pretty much.
A bit unceremonious.
Basically now we're tasked with finding these 2 mother computers and then taking them out in order to open up the gate that leads to Matic.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to see more, but because I mainly saw Weekenders like on once or twice, but never really watched it too much. But I've seen new clips resurfacing, especially of the single mother character being ow. Of the single mother character being like actually like pretty like humorously snarky for the time.
Aww. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Also, you may have noticed that I kind of cheesed that one portion earlier with all the spikes and whatnot, and then that whole leading to where that boss was. Actually, there is somewhere around that area you'll come across another guy that'll actually toss his own cipher onto the position where you should be jumping from, basically being your hint to how you can get through that area without getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So. And now that we finished killing what appears to be a shark in the world's largest grease fryer.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright.
I also noticed that shark had a little more health to him than the last one we dealt with back in Egypt.
So did this game really never have even like a single sequel before like all the other reimaginings?
Not really. Anything else related to Strider was purely based on the arcade canon.
Aw. Because I mean, this hasn't been like too bad. I mean, it's had a very nonsensical story at times, but it had what they could get away with on the NES, or try to piece together.
At least at the time, anyway. I feel like maybe if this game had a couple more months to cook itself, then I love that this thing has its own theme song too, and it's just they're pretty.
Its theme song lasts longer than its life. How do we deal with this? Freaking.
Right?
It's like
tree.
the death egg.
Oh my god! It's supposed to be. I realize that's a I realize that's a freaking. Probably a mistranslation or trying to spell it, but the frickin' Yggdrasil is apparently where we're going.
Yep, it is the name of the main Zane. It is the name of the main Zane mainframe we have to take out.
Yeesh. Sorry, back to you, Steve.
the Zane frame, if you will. Yeah, what was I saying? It was...
we already went through this shit before, old man. Move along.
Let's see. We're talking about how there was no sequels and like this game, and that the plot was like kind of decent for what they were trying to do with the NES, and like.
Again, if you want a more fully realized version of what the story, like this NES game story is trying to tell, just look up the translation, like any like translations of the original manga, and you'll pretty much get that.
Right.
But yes, back.
Also, damn, they recreated our computer room and everything.
You sons of bitches.
Hiryu, welcome to our Red Dragon. We'll dance on your grave.
What?
Dance party?
Oh, goodbye.
Doodles.
That was our lab.
And this. Sorry.
Is our henchman.
Hello.
And did I ever show you my record player?
I'm kind of bummed they got rid of that character development. I wanted to see what he would new play. Can we just take the elevator and get out of here?
No, it's just a little off frame.
Yeah, no, like honestly, this is a pretty. This is like the most awkward placement for a boss fight I've seen in an NES game.
They filled the screen out.
Right?
So, Doug, how goes the Bubsy-ing with everyone else?
I haven't touched it in a little bit.
I have not gotten to play the Bubsy yet because I've been
It is
busy.
fun.
I should play it.
I mean, you honestly should. First off, I want to say it's still on its opening sale, and secondly, you could easily get through that game in an afternoon if you're dedicated enough.
Yeah, that's a good point. I should probably grab it while it's on sale, and I need to make sure I'm ready. Well, I don't need to buy it because I definitely kickstarted, but I gotta get ready for Mina the Hollower soon.
Oh yeah, and boy howdy, that's gonna be a much longer affair. Also, you made it, Hiryu! I'll turn you into the rust of my cipher. So, this is a pretty special fight, because we have to face Matic now. Now, we can try to slice him the old-fashioned way, but he's gonna knock the cipher right out of us.
Oh crap!
Wow.
Okay, Proto Man, calm down.
Yeah, no, he can parry our attacks. Now, the funny thing is that when he approaches you, he's just gonna take this stance. Like, he's gonna get ready to counterattack what you're doing. However, he does not expect our plasma arrow.
Oh, and then you can knock his own cipher out of him, and then you can wallop him.
Ugh.
No!
And then that happened.
So what happens if you get...
Oh, there you go.
So what would happen? What would happen if you got to this point and you didn't have enough energy for your plasma?
The plasma doesn't take any energy.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Like, you can use that whenever you want. Doesn't really matter.
Alright, Yggdrasil,
All right.
the final Cain, the Zane tree or whatever.
Yep. It's time to take out Yggdrasil.
Get him.
Also, yeah, that gaping hole where my boots are at is gonna sort of pain me. But again, you don't need the attack boots here.
Okay.
And here it is. It looks like it's got a head coming out of a head.
I see, but like, even here, like, as long as you know to space your jumps, doesn't look too bad. Yeah, done.
That's it. That's the end of the game. Right there.
You did it!
Yay.
Well, that was anticlimactic. And thanks to Hiryu, Zane the Devil's Weapon has been destroyed. Although the chief asked Hiryu to return to the group, he quietly turned it down and started to walk.
He wanted to go back to his calm life with the potatoes.
and the mountains of Mongolia.
I was about to jokingly bring up, so where's that Mega Man 2 walk cycle from?
That's what I'm saying, he's doing it.
It kind of just is that, except it's from a completely different angle.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of sad in retrospect, considering, unlike the manga, he literally loses both of his two, like, closest friends. Like, he's literally got no other reason to stay there.
It sucks. War never
I mean, you can
changes.
argue, like, at least in the manga, he still had Kane, but, I mean, granted, that wasn't enough for him to, flee when the getting was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he wants no more of this shit. He just wants to go home.
Do you get it, children? Conflict is bad.
Yes, it's bad. Even if you are literally superhuman.
Oh.
And he just like any, fair-bearing warrior would, he tosses away his main weapon and never looks back.
Okay, I was deathly afraid he was about to commit seppuku.
I thought he was just tossing his hair back. Like,
I'll never get over how thin the cipher looks in the in manga canon.
Yeah, because like if you look in the official cover art on the left that you put in, like it looks like it's just supposed to be just a big sword.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, granted, that's just your typical westernization sort of thing, playing around a bit with liberties. Then there's the one on the right, which is actually a unreleased piece of artwork that was found in a Strider art book in Japan.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, what is with the tilted text here?
Good question.
These.
It's just how they. It's just how they. I guess it's just how they fashion things out.
These are the tilted text boxes.
This is where I get tilted. But yeah, we missed Terumi. I'm sorry. So what do you think of all this, then, James?
Again, I think this is one of those games where it's very jank. It is probably one of the most jank things that Capcom's ever released for the NES. Even beyond that, though, it's far from unplayable. Like if you can get past the jank, you can clear this no problem in like an afternoon.
Okay.
Though at the same time, though, I can totally understand why this game is not looked as fondly upon compared to the arcade games and the reboots and literally Strider's like the other appearances Strider's made like in the Marvel vs. Capcom series.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has seen much better pastures since his early days in manga form and on the NES.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's funny in retrospect, considering that it's with the manga and the NES game where we first got to see him with that kick-ass scarf.
Aww.
And then they brought it back to him when he made his grand appearance in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yep.
And he never took it off ever again.
Yeah,
Nope.
Unfortunately. But that's why we'll get to show you all like some good old-fashioned Strider adventures later.
Yep, because next time, everybody, like I promised with Strider 2, we will next time be doing the reboot. And rest assured, I finally managed to finish it.
Yay.
Woo-hoo!
So yeah, we'll be sure to Matt comes back with every single name of sauces he can think of, and we'll see you all next time.
Toodaloo!